Greetings, Elder Blacklight. Yesterday, my videos were showing you how that the Caucasian is considered the first man to do everything, discover civilization, and there's no way or no means to show you how the black man came on the planet and who's the black man a descendant of. Now, it indicates that in so many ways that they came before the black man and that the black man came from them, but his complexion is a curse. In some spots in the Bible, it goes into that which is the basis of them indicating that we are forever cursed because of our complexion, and we must serve up under them. And this is a divine order from the Creator, them being the creator of us. But science don't match up. Science says you got a dominant gene and a recessive gene, which matches up with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, saying that within the black man is a black gene and a brown gene, or a brown germ, a black germ and a brown germ, same thing. So on today's sessions, we're going to attempt to show you how they've been lying to us, and they've been holding us back and brainwashing us from finding out the fact that we are the original people. Matter of fact, we are the creators. Now, it's going to take maybe about 4 videos to do this. Them dogs, man, them poochies. We're going to do this in sections, and I got to take my time, explaining this. The reason why you must know this is because of the fact that we have a hard time uh, with the Caucasians, and we want to please them. They give us a hard time. The Caucasians give us a hard time. But we want to make them love us and please them, and why they mistreat us. Even though some of them don't engage in killing us or murdering us unjustly, they keep this knowledge from you, and the harsh treatment that this society lays upon the melanated people, is that which causes mental problems in those who are not strong enough or aware enough or alert enough to see through all this. And so we're going to attempt to show you that these people, even though they don't engage in, these Caucasians that don't engage in murdering you, is unjust to you because the high level intellectuals know who you are. When you go to your schools, they purposefully keep this knowledge from you, which is a crime, and we're going to show you how they do it.
The Rosicrucian Order, Amor, or the ancient mystical order of Rosicrucians, holds a doctrine said to be built on esoteric truths of the ancient past. It relates to the path of initiation, or spiritual alchemy, and the 9 stages of transmutation. That is, the combination of the threefold body, the threefold soul, and the threefold spirit. Members of the order maintain that they are the basis for the Masons. They also consider the highly controversial pharaoh, Amenhotep IV, known as Akhenaten, their traditional first Grand Master. According to internal and highly guarded Rosicrucian teachings, Akhenaten's great-grandfather, Tutmosis III, is known as the founder of the Rosicrucian order. Tutmosis III is widely considered a military genius by historians, a warrior king who expanded the empire by capturing 350 cities during his rule. He conquered much of the Near East from the Euphrates to Nubia. The Rosicrucians teach that later in his life, Tutmosis III had a spiritual reformation. He is said to have given up a life of warfare and turned to spiritual teachings. They believe that these teachings are the foundation of the Rosicrucian order. His cartouche is called Men Kephara. It is a symbol of Amor. Men, meaning a generation of harmony, Kepha, representing the scarab beetle, and Ra, for the sun, an aspect or principle that has many representations, including the 5th stage of the sun, the ram, the stubborn, Nun, sun god of Heliopolis, and more. According to the Rosicrucians, great avatars like Tutmosis III pass down spiritual doctrines and moral codes for humanity to guide them in communion with the cosmic illumination. These avatars, enlightened beings of...
Now you see the image that, they say are Egyptians. Now you got a bunch of brothers over there at the Sonetta Studios arguing with each other about this type of teachings. That's like turning in on themselves. The Caucasian teaches this. You could go anywhere on YouTube, he don't give credit to the black man as being Kemetic, Ethiopian. He say they're not Negroid. And so this image is what is in the black man's psyche of highly evolved men and women of Egypt. Now, a lot of y'all don't even know Egypt is in Africa. You see those Mediterranean type people over there, and you think they've been there all the time. Check this out.
Evolution has given us some useful abilities. Over the past millions of years, we've evolved to stand on 2 legs, use tools, and develop language. And as recently as a few thousand years ago, humans were still evolving. Part of what drives evolution is natural selection, where those with traits that make them better adapted to their environment tend to survive long enough to pass on those traits to their offspring. Modern medicine can sometimes interfere with that process, since it keeps people alive who maybe otherwise wouldn't be. But that doesn't mean humans are done evolving. One recent example of human evolution is the fact that 35% of adult humans can digest milk. 7,000 years ago, not nearly as many people could do that. Instead, mainly babies drank and digested milk so they could get energy from the lactose in their mother's breast milk. Once they grew up, though, the gene that allowed them to digest milk was switched off. But when we domesticated cattle, the mutation that allowed certain people to digest milk as adults became something that helped them survive, since they had an extra source of nutrition. A few thousand years later, being able to digest lactose is pretty normal. So humans were still evolving in the not-so-distant past. And a lot of scientists think that we still are, and we might even be able to predict what future humans will be like. For one thing, it's possible that in the future, women will be shorter and slightly heavier than they are now. Research...
The Bible says that the whole human race have descended from an original couple, Adam and Eve. And that has been believed down the centuries. But recently there are some people who study population genetics who have been saying, no, that cannot possibly be the case. And their argument is based upon the fact that one person has 2 copies of every gene.
Now, first of all, the Bible don't say it like he's saying it. Second of all, they put a slant on the 2 gene science. Now, Elijah Muhammad said that we had 2 germs, a black germ and a brown germ. And he gonna twist that all around, but this is what the educational system is teaching the masses of people, making the black man non-existent. You know, they talk to each other, they don't talk to us, but y'all think, my people think that they're talking to you. They're trying to convince their people who they are, because they really don't have a notion that they existed before they were cave people. And this is where you got Israel, Yaqub or Jacob. This is where he's so important. So continue watching. On the next video, it's going to get a little more clearer. Black light.